Dear students, in solid state physics, we have studied classical theory of specific heat of solids and Einstein's theory, nothing but the quantum theory of specific heat of solids. And the classical theory, also called Dulong-Petit law, it was successful in explaining the specific heat of solids at high temperatures, and it was failed to explain the specific heat at low temperatures. Einstein's theory, by applying quantum theory, Einstein explained the specific heat of solids, which was successful in explaining the experimental observed facts at higher temperatures and some of the facts at lower temperatures also, but that theory failed to explain the T-cube variation of the specific heat of solids. There, in Einstein's theory, Einstein assumed that the atoms, which are considered as the harmonic oscillators, they vibrate independently of their neighbors. Every atom vibrates independently of its neighbors, and he assumed that all the atoms, they vibrate with the same frequency. The mode of vibration is same, so that they will have the same frequency. But Debay's theory, what it says is, it is not so. Such a thing does not happen, because whenever an atom vibrates, it is influenced by the field of force of the number of atoms which are vibrating around it. So, Debye considered the effect of coupling between the adjacent atoms, and he considered the solid as a continuous elastic body. And in a solid, when atoms vibrate, they vibrate elastically in many different modes. There are different modes of vibrations for the different atoms of the solid, so that the frequency of vibration is also different for different modes. It is not same as assumed by Einstein's theory. And the modes of vibrations are limited, and the energy associated with the elastic standing wave is quantized. See here, the waves produced due to vibrations of the solids are solid in the sense that the atoms of the solid are considered the elastic waves, and the energy associated with these elastic standing waves is also quantized, similar to the quantization of, or the energy possessed by, the electromagnetic waves. The quantum of vibrational energy in case of elastic waves is called phonon, which is similar to photon in case of electromagnetic wave. The quantum of an electromagnetic wave is photon. The quantum of the elastic wave is phonon. The energy possessed by a phonon is also h nu, where nu is its frequency. The phonons, they travel with the speed of sound, because sound waves are also elastic waves in nature. These phonons, they obey BE statistics. They obey Bose-Einstein statistics, as their spin is 0. One more assumption is the number of possible vibrational modes for these atoms in the frequency range nu and nu plus d nu is given by z of nu d nu equal to 4 pi v by v cube nu square d nu. Z of nu, this one gives the number of vibration modes, number of modes of vibration in a frequency range nu and nu plus d nu. Here v, nothing but volume of the solid. Small v represents the velocity of these elastic waves. Nu, the frequency. And whenever elastic waves are produced, in case of a solid, there are two kinds of such elastic waves, similar to the mechanical waves. Mechanical waves are of two kinds or two types, longitudinal waves and transverse waves. In a similar way, the elastic waves that also consist of two types, longitudinal waves, their velocity denoted as VL, transverse waves, velocity VT. You know what are longitudinal waves and transverse waves? See, in longitudinal waves, direction of vibration of the particle of the medium and direction of propagation remain the same. It will be along the same direction. Here, in case of transverse waves, direction of vibration and direction of propagation are mutually perpendicular. So, in case of elastic waves, here in case of the waves produced due to vibration of the atoms of the solid, it is considered that transverse waves will have two vibrational modes perpendicular to the direction of propagation, whereas longitudinal waves will have only one mode of vibration, which is along the direction of propagation. So that the total number of vibrational modes in case of the elastic wave produced by a solid is given by this. Now this expression is modified like this, depending on the number of modes for transverse wave and number of modes for longitudinal wave. We have z of nu d nu is given by this. VL and VT are the velocities of longitudinal and transverse waves respectively. So here 1 corresponding to one mode of vibration, 2 corresponding to two modes of vibration. This is the expression for the total number of modes of vibration in the frequency range nu and nu plus d nu. Now let us find out the expression for the energy and hence the specificate as per Debaye's theory. Here Debaye's theory on approximation is done. It is, if the interatomic distance is very small compared to the wavelength of the elastic waves, the crystal can be considered as, that solid can be regarded as a continuous one. Now consider a solid of volume V containing n number of atoms. Each atom is associated with 3 degrees of freedom, so that we have total number of degrees of freedom now here 3n. Therefore, total number of vibrational modes, it can be 3n. And the highest frequency of vibration, highest frequency of the mode of vibration, or the highest frequency of the elastic waves propagating through the crystal is known as Debye frequency, denoted as nu d. So here many number of modes of vibration for the solid, so that many number of frequencies, out of them the highest frequency is called as Debye frequency, denoted as nu d. Then the total number of modes, we have 3n. The total number of modes between the frequency 0 and the maximum, say nu d, it is nothing but integration of z of nu d nu. So we equate these two. See, both these will give us the total number of modes of vibrations. So by equating these two and then simplifying, we get this expression here for nu d as this. Here say repeat, both this expression also gives the total number of modes of vibration between the frequency limit 0 and maximum nu d. Nothing but the total modes of vibration, it is 3n. So equate them and simplify. Here z of nu we substitute. Then integrate. Here this is kept outside. Integrate this. Nu cube by 3. Maximum limit is nu d. So becomes nu d cube by 3. That is equal to 3n. Or from this, you get nu d cube equal to, simplify this, take this term to the right hand side. 3 also to the right hand side. 3 3s are 9, 9n by 4 pi v, and this term say power minus 1. Instead of writing it in the denominator, I have written it as minus 1. Or can also write like this. Nu d cube is 9n by this. Or from this, we get nu d as 9n by this power 1 by 3. This is nothing but Debye frequency. Now, further simplification is, now consider the energy possessed by the phonon. Here the particles are considered as the phonons. The average energy possessed by a phonon at a temperature T is given by this. E average equal to h nu by e power h nu by kT minus 1. Therefore, the total energy associated with the solid of volume V containing n number of atoms in kg mole, 1 kg mole, with different modes of vibration having frequency 0 to nu d. It is given by E is equal to 3n into E average. This is the average energy associated with each each vibration. We have 3n number of modes of vibration, so this is the total energy. Now, E total, we get it by substituting E average and also this 3n. This 3n, what is 3n? Integration of z of nu d nu between the limit 0 to nu d. So previous case, we had taken this 3n is equal to integration of z of nu d nu between 0 to 0 and nu d. Now here, substitute E average, substitute z of nu d nu, and we have to simplify. See here, this term is kept outside. So inside the integral sign, you have h nu cube, 1 nu here. So nu square, nu cube by this. Now, from the previous expression, say we have the expression for nu d. See here. From this, you can write 4 pi v, this much is equal to 9n by nu d cube. So that substituting this one as 9n by nu d cube here, we get this, E total equal to this. Now, again here say, let h nu by kt equal to x. So that nu is ktx by h. And what is d nu? Differentiate this, kt by h into dx. And substituting that in the expression for et, we get this. And simplify. You know how to simplify, say 9h by nu d cube, this kt by h into kt by h cube. You get kt by h whole power 4. Integration of x cube dx by e power x minus 1. So that is, see further here say, and here we multiply and divide by k. Then you get 9nk. What is nk? It is r. So this becomes 9nk by k into, and see here, x is taken as h nu d by kt. Then x maximum it will be h nu d by kt. And this h nu d by k is taken as theta d, known as Debye's temperature. X is taken as, say there, in the previous assumption, x equal to h nu by kt. So that x maximum becomes h nu d by kt, because maximum frequency is nu d. And here in this equation, h nu d by k, it is taken as theta d. So xm becomes theta d by t. That's the maximum limit. The maximum limit nu d is replaced by this, theta d by x maximum, that is nothing but theta d by t, where theta d is called Debye's temperature given by h nu d by k. And substitute here, see here, when you simplify this, the term becomes this, and 9r k by this t to the power 4 into integration of this, or it is 9r t to the power 4, and see here, theta d is h nu d by k. So that k by h nu d becomes 1 by theta d, and we replace this one by 1 by theta d cube. This term is replaced by 1 by theta d power cube. So that this term reduces to this form. Do you understand? See this one, k by nu dh. What is h nu d by k? Theta d. So k by h nu d, this becomes 1 by theta d whole cube. That is here. Now, this is the expression for total energy of this solid having n number of atoms of volume V. Then specific heat CV dET by dt, by definition dE by dt. And CV equal to d by dt of this expression, and this is called as Debye's formula for specific heat of solids. This is the formula given by Debye's theory for specific heat of solids. Say further it is not simplified. It is kept as it is, d by dt of this term. Now, let us apply this Debye's theory for high temperatures and low temperatures. Let us see how this model was successful in explaining the variation of specific heat at both higher temperatures and lower temperatures. For this, at very high temperature, that is, when temperature is very large compared to theta d. What is theta d? Debye's temperature. When T is large compared to theta d, see we have here, x is h nu by kt. When T is very large, this term has got, when T is large, this term has got very small value. That is, x is very small. When x is very small, e power x is approximated to 1 plus x, so that x cube, say in this term, x cube by e power x minus 1, that becomes x square. At high temperature, this term x cube by e power x minus 1 reduces to the form x squared. Taking that one in the expression for et, then et becomes 9RT t by theta d whole cube into this. But this term x cube by e power x minus 1 becomes x square. Substitute and simplify. Integrate this. X cube by 3 limits 0 and theta d by t. Substitute and you get et as 3RT. So that C is d by de by dt, nothing but 3R. What is this? This is Dulong and Petit's law. What the law says? According to Dulong-Petit law, specific heat of solids is constant at all temperatures. That's what the law says. There is no variation. Cv independent of T. No variation in specific heat. It remains constant at all temperatures. But this was found to be true only at higher temperatures. This was not found to be true in case of lower temperatures. So that Dulong-Petit law was failed, or that classical theory was failed at lower temperatures. See here, now we get Dulong-Petit law from the Debye theory at higher temperatures. Now consider lower temperature. At low temperature, that is when T is very small compared to theta D, then what happens? Theta D by T, that's x maximum. Theta D by T is taken as x maximum, that tends to infinity. When T is very small, this term tends to, this small becomes, T small means this term becomes larger and larger, that tends to infinity. So x maximum tends to infinity. Then this expression becomes this. See here, as theta d by t tends to infinity, the limits become 0 and infinity. And from this we get this. And further simplify. Here say this, the value of this integral is pi power 4 by 15. You might have studied this one in your mathematics. The value of this integral equal to pi power 4 by 15. Substitute. Simplify. We get Cv as this. Substituting pi here and simplify. You get Cv as this. And what the equation says? Cv proportional to T cube. Nothing but Deby's T cube law. This is how Deby's theory explains the T cube variation of specific heat. So Deby's theory is valid both at higher temperatures as well as lower temperatures, and it was successful in explaining the variation of specific heat at both high and lower temperatures. This is about Deby's theory of specific heat, and this is the graphical variation. Theta E is Einstein's temperature, theta D is Deby's temperature. And this is about the different theories of specific heat of solids. With this, I stop here.